Welcome to Masters of Self University podcast, your highest source of sacred truths and universal wisdom. Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Rachel Fiori, mystic, spiritual teacher, psychic healer, and founder of Masters of Self University. Join our journey of soul transformation as we deep dive into this latest episode. Hello, beautiful, mystical, magical beings. Thank you for joining me in this episode of Masters of Self University podcast. I'm Rachel Fiori, your host for this episode. Let's talk about Maui. I'm also going to talk a little bit about sacred geometry here. Maui, the attack on the heart chakra of Mother Earth. So I am sure all of you listening, you all know what's happened in Maui. I'm sure you're, to whatever degree, are following the various, posts and social media shares of people on with boots on the ground, so to speak. If you've been following this, I'm not here to talk about, who or what started the fire. Not going to really dive into those aspects of this. It doesn't even, for this conversation, I want to go into something a little more deeper than that. For this conversation, it's not about whether, laser beams attacked and started the fires in specific places. It's not a matter of whether people didn't do their job on purpose, whether all of the things that are coming out. Okay. And I am no way, shape, or form glossing over or dismissing all of that stuff. So don't misunderstand. But I want to go more deeply into the symbolism of this and what's happening on a spiritual level, on a mystical level, the attack on the heart chakra of Mother Earth. As you all know, I'm sure you already know that Maui is the heart chakra of the being Mother Earth. Our planet is a being. And like every one of us that has manifested into physical form, we all have our energetic chakra systems, right? Every one of us. Those are circular energetic centers that they do a million things. And I know most of you listening to this are very familiar with your chakra system in your own physical body. And Mother Earth has one as well. And Maui is the heart chakra of Mother Earth. For those of you not that familiar, take 10 minutes and look up chakra systems and things so you have a little better understanding. But let's dive into the symbolism of this, because the title of this episode is Maui, the attack on the heart chakra of Mother Earth, and why this is so critical and important to understand on a larger scale with what's going on in the world regarding light and darkness, and elites trying to keep their status and position. We're going to go into that a little bit. So when you understand that your heart chakra, okay, the center of the center of the center of your heart chakra, that is a circular energetic center. What we teach, what I teach, I've been teaching this absolutely forever, and it is infused throughout everything that we do and teach and offer at Masters of Self University, in our coaching programs and in all of the types of coaching that we are teaching, offering, training, the mystical life coach certification that I offer and train people in. It isn't just, being educated, being certified in all of the levels of the coaching certification program that I offer, in, aspects of mysticism, in aspects of healing, alchemy. It's diving more deeply into becoming a heart-centered being. That's in everything that we offer. So our certified mystical life coaches at Masters of Self University know this and understand this and become this energetically. And this is what we offer in our other coaching programs and as well. It's infused into it. And this is really critical, and you're going to understand why in a few moments. That your heart chakra, at the center of your heart chakra, of that circular energy center, a circle is a sacred symbol, by the way. That's an aspect of sacred geometry, is a circle. Going to get into that in a minute. But your heart chakra, at the center of it, is your energetic connection point to your soul, your human self to your soul, literally. That is an energetic connection. Okay. So we have lived in the fallen world for centuries, which is a very toxic patriarchal world based on separation consciousness. Okay. And because of that, over the centuries, people, humans, have become completely disconnected from their heart, completely disconnected from the sacred feminine, and been thrust into the energetic aspects of mind in thinking only and left brain activity. And we've gone absolutely fucking crazy because of it. Because our divine intelligence doesn't come from our goddamn mind, it comes from our heart. So we're, ass backwards, upside down, inside out, and we literally live in the fallen world. We have been for centuries now. And this is the stage of the game for humans to transform, to heal, to evolve, to awaken, and to become enlightened beings, which are heart-centered beings. Okay. The mystical path to becoming a heart-centered being is the path of the mystic, is the path of a mystical initiate, learning what it means to get out of mind and to be guided by your heart, which in the center of your heart chakra, in the center of your physical body, in the center of your beingness, that is your energetic connection to your soul. If you are disconnected, this is on an energetic level. Okay. You're disconnected from your soul. That means you're disconnected from your divinity, from your energetic divinity flowing through you, fueling your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, guiding you in life, allowing your intuition. We've learned, because we've been brainwashed and manipulated, and we've actually been taught that your thinking mind and logical thinking is so important, even though we're kind of ignorant and stupid enough to be, because we've all been brainwashed, to think that heart-centered being means your emotions take over and your emotions are what govern you. Stupid shit, not true. It's all completely false. It's not about your emotions taking over and listening to your emotions. Guess what? Your emotions are not your heart chakra. That's not your heart center. Your emotions are not your fucking heart. I can't put it any more bluntly, any more simplistically. I can't put it any more black and white than that. It is that simple. Your emotions are energetic frequencies that have been created from experiences in life, human form. That's it. That's what your emotions are. Your emotions have nothing to do with your heart center. They're just energetic frequencies that you feel, because that's the deal of being here as a human. Okay. Heart-centered being means you are energetically connected to your soul, which means divinity, your divinity, the divinity that you are, guides you in life. It's that simple. So if that's the case, if that's the energetic connection, so if I am, I'm going to talk about the universal ways of oneness now. If I am the way of connection is the 6th out of 20 universal ways of oneness. Make sure you grab the 20 ways of oneness on Amazon. If you haven't yet, please grab it. Get it right now. Pause this video, purchase it, let it get on its way, sent to you. It'll be there in a day or two. And you can start reading about the 20 ways of oneness. When you learn how to work with the way of connection, and if you really want to learn how to work with the way of connection, grab the book, The 20 Universal Ways of Oneness, and then go to mastersofselfuniversity.com and grab that digital course and dive into the digital course, Introduction to the Universal Ways of Oneness, especially now with what's going on in Maui and other places in the world, by the way. But what's happening, the reason why there's an attack on the heart chakra of Mother Earth is because of what I just shared with you. This is your ability in the center of your heart chakra is where you energetically go to connect to divinity itself, to the divinity that you are, to your soul self. If you physically and symbolically sever one's connection to their heart center, you are severing their energetic ability to connect to divinity. Divinity means that it is somewhere out there. It isn't inside of you who you are. The attack on the heart chakra of Mother Earth is an attempt at severing Mother Earth from her ability to connect to her soul on an energetic level. It is a symbolic attack so that humans will once and for all and finally completely forget, and I mean a permanent severing, disconnection, a permanent forgetfulness, that you have a divine power and ability to connect to the center of your heart and instantly access the universe, access divinity, access the light that you are, become more of the light that you are, especially when you work and become the universal ways of oneness. The way of connection, when you learn how to activate the universal way of oneness, the way of connection, when you learn how to activate that, what happens as you become the way of connection energetically is simultaneously you instantly connect to the heart and soul of Mother Earth, because that grounds you into this earthly experience. You instantly simultaneously connect and open up the channel to your soul self, to your soul. Okay. That allows you to have and be guided by the divinity that you are, while being anchored into the human earthly experience. We have to be both, experience both while we're here. It allows us to have a divine, wonderful, enlightened experience while in human form. It allows us to be guided by our way of wisdom. Wisdom flows through you when you're connected. That's one of the ways of oneness. But we are also human. We're here. We're both. We are divine soul having a human experience. We need to be anchored into our human experience. And that's why the way of connection instantly connects us to our soul self, to make sure we are an open channel to that. And then divinity flows through us, wisdom flows through us, and it anchors us into and connects us in oneness with the heart and soul of Mother Earth. That is how powerful the way of connection is when you learn how to use it and become it. And that then means that divinity itself, your soul self, Mother Earth, and your human self are all connected in oneness consciousness. And then I lovingly can impact you, you can lovingly impact me, and we can function in oneness together when we are the way of connection. Imagine 19 other ways coming online, how powerful you are, how healing you are. And so if we sever the ability of the planet that we live on and in to connect to her soul while she's here, we sever that connection. We destroy the heart chakra of Mother Earth. We damage, we cause pain, we injure. Symbolically, that represents the forgetfulness, the permanent severing of humans' ability to connect to their divine soul while they're in human form. Within 3 generations, humans will completely forget to connect, how to do it energetically. Guess what? Humans already forgot it. But there's, as you all know, there is a mass awakening on the planet. And this is one of the last ditch efforts to force humans into a deeper level of unconsciousness, of energetic powerlessness and weakness. Why? So that we can all be controlled, so that we can be governed, dominated, and controlled, manipulated, brainwashed, even more so than we have been, because we're waking up. Humanity is waking up. So the attack on the heart chakra symbolizes the attack on all humans, their ability to remember, to connect to their divinity, become the divinity that they are, rightfully so, truthfully so. That is the truth of what you are, all of you, every one of you. And if you forget that, and I need to emphasize, this isn't a mental concept. It is an energetic becoming. There is a thing you have to do, a process you learn, you feel it, you experience it on an energetic level, on an emotional level, on a frequency level. And then you learn how to become that more and more. And then you completely evolve and transform as a human being. When you learn how to do that, and that's the work, that's the foundation of everything that we teach at Masters of Self University, and our classes and our coaching programs and our one-on-ones, in relationship coaching. You're learning how to become that being and then interact in your relationship from that space, and then interact with your inner child who's still unhealed and needs to become whole, powerful, and grown up out of the childish patterns that keep getting activated. This is the core and the essential of what we teach, the foundation of a lot of our coaching and healings at Masters of Self University. Okay. So when you understand symbolically this attack on Mother Earth, on the heart chakra, it's an attack on all of humanity. And so it is critical now more than ever that you learn what it means to connect to your soul, to your divinity from inside of you. It is within. It isn't outside of you. Stop fucking praying to something outside of you, hoping. I am sick to death on social media and on all these channels. People, Jesus is the only one that saves. Jesus is going to come and save us all. Go fuck yourself. Did you hear me when I just said that? You're part of the fucking problem. It is the opposite of what that miracle worker, when he was alive on this planet, came to teach humanity. You fucking fucktards. You're keeping people weak and powerless, and anybody saying that shit is the most powerless, fucking weak, pathetic person. Jesus will heal you. That miracle worker was a teacher of the light. He taught you that all of your power was inside of you, just as it was inside of him. Okay? Nobody's going to come here, you little fucking baby, and pick you up and poof, wave a magic fucking wand, and this world is going to become the new fucking world. No one is coming to rescue you in that way, you fucking idiots. We've run out of time to be nice about this. You need to just be punched in the fucking face with it. So I don't want the fucking comments. Don't really give a shit if you put them anyway, because a lot of you have no self-control. You're not going to learn anything by hearing this, so you're going to write them anyway. But for all of you who do have the ability, the emotional capacity and the mental cognitive capacity to actually learn something here, because most of you do, ignore the stupid motherfucking comments when people come on here. Jesus is the only one. Really? Do you realize what you're saying? Because he's dead. He's not alive on the planet right now, first of all. Secondly, you're coming from absolute fucking entitlement, laziness, powerlessness. Someone else needs to save me because I don't have the power to do it myself. You're literally doing what I'm telling you the elites brainwashed you to believe and do about yourself, which is, I am powerless and it's something outside of me that's going to save me. That keeps you weak and powerless so that you don't gain enough power collectively within yourself and then with everyone else. You cannot unite in power in oneness consciousness when that's what you fucking believe, which means nothing changes on this planet and we continue to be dominated and controlled and brainwashed, which they've done very successfully. For those of you who were like, Jesus is going to set us all. He's the only one. Fucking hilarious. Idiots. You have the power inside of you. You just need to choose to go there, activate it, and learn how to work with that level of energy, because it is a powerful, powerful energy. You are not weak. You are not powerful. You are not powerless. You are very powerful. So even the idiots that are out there spreading this powerlessness, religious dogma bullshit, that ain't here. Jesus didn't come here to teach you to be powerless. He taught the opposite. Why do you think they fucking murdered him? Hello, get a clue. They murdered him because he was teaching people how to connect to their inner self, their divine self inside of themselves, and to stop looking outside of themselves for the rescuing. Like you're a child, like you're a helpless child, and you want, God Father to come save you. That you realize that all comes from the fucked up, toxic, psychotic, psychopathic patriarchy, right? If you haven't learned that by now, there's not a lot of hope for you. And if you haven't learned that by now, I don't know why the hell you're listening to me. Don't know why you're listening to this. Move on, move on. Continue to be part of the problem that's shitting all over the world, and the rest of us will take care of real business here. Okay. The rest of us who know that we are divinely powerful, that we are nothing but divinity. We are the ones who will unite in all of this collectively as a divine powerhouse in oneness consciousness, as you all continue to do the work and the healing on yourselves to become oneness consciousness, to learn from oneness consciousness, to elevate into the vibrational frequencies of oneness consciousness. When you do that, that is how we create a new earth. And then things like attack on the heart chakra of Mother Earth and all the people that live on Maui that exist there. I mentioned to you a circle. Your energy centers are circles, right? That's sacred geometry, by the way. That's part of sacred geometry, right? So we're used to seeing what everybody calls, sacred geometry and being very, very intricate. And they are. A lot of sacred geometrical symbols are very intricate symbols, but break them down and pull them apart and dissect them, you'll see that they're made up of a lot of different shapes put together, interconnected in oneness together. And the most basic shape, and I love this, you ready? The most harmonious shape is the circle. It is the most harmonious shape. Of all the shapes, it's the most harmonious. Okay. And it symbolizes regeneration. It symbolizes feminine energy because it's creator energy. It's the one that creates and bursts. It has the healing power of nature in it, inside of it, within it, flowing through it. It is eternal. It represents an eternal existence because we are infinite, eternal beings, right? At the center of the center, it's that is always like the symbol of creator connection, the creator consciousness, the oneness consciousness. The center of a circle and the outside of a circle together represents oneness consciousness, period, end. Okay. And I can tell you that throughout history, in ancient mystical teachings, in ancient mysticism, as far as modern mysticism doesn't mean it's new and it doesn't carry weight. We have to be careful. Our separation consciousness, when we say things like ancient mysticism and modern mysticism, it's just mysticism. It's all one and the same. Let's function from oneness consciousness now, people, not that separation consciousness anymore. We're supposed to be growing and evolving out of that. But I can tell you that in mysticism, period, when we talk about and spiritual teachings, when we talk about the circle as sacred geometry, it has been recognized in mysticism and in a lot of spiritual teachings from all over the world as the most powerful symbol, the most powerful, critical, crucial symbol of protection that exists. And the reason for that is that circle, the full circle, the shape of it, and the center of it together represents oneness consciousness. That's why it's considered to be the most powerful symbol in existence in sacred geometry. It is a powerful protective symbol because it represents the most powerful protective existence that exists in existence, which is oneness consciousness, right? So, um, think about the circle is because it's oneness consciousness, because it's a circle, think about the shape of a circle. Trace your finger around the circle or in the air in a circle. It's all encompassing. That's why it's considered a very protective symbol. It's all encompassing. And that means all encompassing means it represents oneness consciousness. It's just beautiful and magnificent. It is also why the circle, the shape itself, the sacred geometrical shape of a circle itself is often all encompassing around other symbols, crosses and geometric shapes. It often, the Star of David, often you'll see then there's a circle around it kind of thing, or crosses have a circle around it a lot of times when you see different symbols that are used for different things. It's because of how powerful the circle is, and it just represents oneness consciousness itself. Okay. It's why different circles are a part of other geometric shapes to make more intricate sacred geometrical shapes, right? So when you understand that and the power of what it means when we sit in a circle, when we surround ourselves in a circle of symbolically or literally, fire or crystals, a lot of ceremonies incorporate circles into the ceremony in whatever ways that circles are incorporated into sacred rituals and sacred ceremonies and things. The reason why the circle is there because it's a very protective symbol. It's a very protective energy, but it's protective it's not in a way, don't let your egoic mind take over. It's not in a way to necessarily keep things out. It's just a symbol of oneness consciousness itself. It's all encompassing. It's eternal. It's infinite, everything. It just is all that is. Okay. And so the energy center, where in manifested physical form that a being manifests as here on earth, including earth herself, the circular heart chakra is where we go to energetically connect. Our souls are the universe itself. We are made of the stuff that makes up the universe. The universe is made up of the stuff that makes up us. Like, we are one. So the attack on the heart chakra of Mother Earth truly is a, symbolic attack on the human's ability, trying to fast forward the process of our forgetfulness of how to connect to our divinity, so that we slip more and more and more into spiritual unconsciousness, mystical unconsciousness. So we don't remember why we're here, what we are, because then we can be more easily controlled. Then we can be more easily manipulated. Then we can be more easily tricked into battling each other, which is separation consciousness, fighting one another, separation consciousness, disagreeing, separation consciousness, me versus you, separation consciousness. That's why the attack on the heart chakra of Mother Earth. And so if people, because we are one, you can't attack the land and not attack the human beings and the animals and the people that live there, right? We're one. So it's an attack on all. You can't attack some of us in that geographic location of the world and not attack all of us. That is in no way, shape, or form. Get out of your egoic fucking minds of separation consciousness. That is in no way, shape, or form minimizing the trauma, the devastation, the horrors that people are going through that live on Maui, especially in Lahaina. Right? No way, shape, or form does that minimize. But you can't attack an extension of me and me not feel it, because we are one. And so all of the horrible things that you are hearing, that you follow, probably that you have followed, or maybe still follow on social media, of boots on the ground, of people videoing and posting on social media what is really going on and what these poor people are going through. People are already being evicted out of, I mean, I'm not going to go into the details of it. You can go look for yourself. Okay. I want to stay focused right now on the fact that this was an absolute attack. The intention to buy up the land and turn it into a freaking smart community, an AI community, which is going to turn and destroy the central location of where Mother Earth connects to her soul, which influences our ability to connect to ours. So that land, the heart chakra of Earth, they want to transform it so that energetically, that incredible, if anybody's ever been to Maui, I was just there months ago. I was just in Lahaina months ago. Swimming in the ocean, laying on the sand, just being there in the heart chakra of this magnificent, beautiful planet. That healing energy, the power of that energy, pure divinity itself. I mean, it's overwhelmingly pure. And that is what is under attack. Because that is the way to sever our connection to our souls. That is a way to turn us all into fucking robots, zombies. And that's part of what's happening here. We need to wake up and heal and stop battling and stop fighting and realize what the elites, which are patriarchal society, what that actually means. And we need to heal ourselves and elevate and become humans of oneness consciousness once and for all in order to heal and prevent what is being attempted to happen here. Because only in unity, and unity isn't even oneness consciousness, that is a lower vibrational frequency that can help lead us to oneness consciousness. Unity is a transitional step, but uniting together in love and oneness is something that is really critical. Guys, it's not just a goddamn concept that we talk about. It is an actual energetic process, transformational elevation in our vibrational frequencies. And there is a process and a step-by-step in order to achieve a high enough frequency of oneness consciousness to become oneness consciousness in order to be powerful enough energetically to stop the attacks that will continue to come, that will continue to happen on this planet. Because this is the darkness, this is the evil, this is the elite's last-ditch effort to take full control over humanity so that we can't fight back. And it isn't about fighting, but so that we have no energetic power to do anything to stop what they're trying to do. And we are healing, we are elevating, and what we are doing is working, or this attack wouldn't have happened. Really think about that. Really let that sink in. All of the people that are doing the hard work on themselves to awaken to their programs, their mental programs, emotional programs, behavioral programs, inner child wounds, the ways that they show up on this planet in their relationships, in their jobs, in this life as anything less than divine, as harmful, as arrogant, as narcissistic, as abusive, as sexist, misogynistic, as racist. All of those programs need to go bye-bye. And the only way they're going to go anywhere is if you choose to heal them within yourself and learn how to do that. And that is the guidance, and that's what we offer at Masters of Self University. That is our sole purpose here, is to create more and more and more enlightened beings that function in the energy of oneness consciousness so that darkness can no longer reign on this planet, take control of this planet, manipulate humanity, create division and wars and battles against each other, that the domination matrix goes the fuck away once and for all, that we create the matrix of oneness consciousness. Guys, we're all energetic beings. There's no such thing as not living in a matrix. It's which one are we creating and living in? And think about the one that we've come from centuries, for thousands of years, a matrix of separation consciousness, of domination control. That's patriarchal separation consciousness matrix, period, end. And there's a lot of matrices inside of the matrix, the collective matrix. We are always creating matrices because we are the matrix. We're not helpless. You are creating an energetic matrix around yourself, a new one every single time you heal another layer, you up level and go a little bit more higher in your level of consciousness to become a little bit more enlightened. The more you do that, you are reconfiguring, recreating a new matrix around your own individual energetic fields. What do you think your energetic fields around your body are? It's a matrix. You have one in your household, depending on who you live with. You all create that together as a microcosm of the macro collective, because you're a collective in your household. You're all creating that matrix together. Does that make sense to everybody? And so what needs to be created and sent to the heart chakra of Maui, of the earth right now on Maui, is light, is unconditional love. It isn't fear. It isn't anger. It isn't hate. It isn't crisis mode. That doesn't help the people who are actually experiencing firsthand the crisis that they're moving through right now. People continuing to die, no food, little to no food, not having enough water, not having anywhere to go, sleeping in car, like all of the crisis they're in. If you yourself are in emotional, energetic crisis and you're sending that to Maui, that's not helping anybody. You need to be sending the energy of divine power, of oneness, of love. If you haven't yet begun to read the 20 Universal Ways of Oneness, please, for the love of Christ, get that book right now. Read it. And every damn way of oneness, when you learn, go to mastersofselfuniversity.com. Dive in to Introduction to Universal Ways of Oneness. It's a digital course that you can do on your own right now. Dive into that. Become, to the best of your ability, start to become the Universal Ways of Oneness. When you learn that is the first way of oneness, the way of responsibility. It's my responsibility to become more powerful in the ways of oneness. If I can activate that within myself, I am more powerful in my energetic frequency to send that to people in need of it, who are in crisis right now. I don't even think the average person can comprehend if just 5,000 people functioned and were working actively with the 20 Universal Ways of Oneness, and we all together, just 5,000 of us, sent all of that energy to Maui and all the people on Maui, to all the people of Lahaina. We sent it to the land. We sent it to the heart chakra. She would become more powerful because we would be doing it in oneness with her, Mother Earth herself. All the people, they're not separate from us. They're not separate from Mother Earth, the people that are devastated and living there, the people that are displaced, that are being treated the way that they're being treated. They're not separate from us. If you begin to function what it actually means in oneness consciousness, energetically, you can put up a force field that makes it 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times harder for darkness and evil to penetrate there. But we need to do it together. You have to be willing to do it. And simply scrolling through social media, getting caught up in the crisis and the devastation energetically doesn't help the process. It helps the evil. It helps the darkness. It helps the elites achieve what they're here to accomplish through all of this. In order to change that on an energetic level, what can I do? What can I do? You can become the ways, and you can send these frequencies to the heart chakra of Mother Earth, to every human being in Lahaina on Maui right now. We are one. If we function in oneness, energetically, we can make a push. We can make a shift. And if you think that sounds crazy, God damn you, because you're part of the problem. You're part of the anchor, the negative anchors that are slowing down people's powerful, mystical, magical, energetic ability to make shifts happen from anywhere in the world simply by becoming more light, more divine. You make it harder for the people who know they have this power. No one person can do it on their own. We have to become oneness consciousness together. That takes work. That takes effort. You don't sit in meditation for an hour and one day and just do it. There, I did it. I'm done. You become. And that is a fucking process. It takes fucking work. It takes effort. It takes diligence. It takes willingness. It takes devotion. It takes moving through becoming an actual mystical initiate in this work so you can become powerful enough simply by being alive in your vibrational frequencies that reflect the essence that emanate from you, which are the enlightened vibrational frequencies of the universal ways of oneness. It is a becoming. So, of course, we need, in addition, our donations to Maui, supplies, all of the things. I'm not dismissing that. I'm not telling you don't do that part. So don't misunderstand. But however much you can or cannot donate or help or go there and volunteer, all of those things are wonderful and we need that. But we also need people who are powerful enough in their energetic light and their vibrational frequencies that they are becoming oneness consciousness themselves. You're more powerful that way than anything, any package you can send. And the more of us that can do that, the more of us that can come together in oneness and become the ways of oneness, the more influence you have energetically on this planet. Darkness cannot come anywhere near pure light. And you have to do the work on yourself to become the way of purity, to become what pure light means, to become enlightened, actually what that means. Because if you're not that yet, if you're still unhealed, if you still have anger programs and depression programs and anxiety programs running, then you're not helping Earth. You're not helping humanity at all. You're part of what's holding us all down and slowing us down. You have to be willing to heal yourself. If you have programs of separation, if you have programs of sexism and misogyny still, of inequality, fucking heal that shit. No more excuses. That's what allows evil and darkness in. That's what gives the power, all those negative frequencies that are flowing through you and flowing out of you that you're acting out behaviorally. That's what allows the elites, the darkness, to actually control more, take over more, dominate more. It's not about you standing up and fighting everybody. The more you do that, the more they win. It just creates more separation. It's about a becoming, and this is an energetic process. And it's not one that happens in a weekend. It takes time, but you have to be willing and devoted. You have to pour your heart and soul into it, and we desperately need you to do that. Everyone on this planet desperately needs you to do that. So this is a call to do your part. What can I do? What can I do? Heal. You can heal. That's what you can do. Heal yourself and really understand what that means. And it isn't a matter of just sitting in meditation a couple hours every day, 30 minutes every day. That's not going to do much. Helps a little. Meditation is great. Is not what I'm talking about here. We don't sit in meditation at Masters of Self University. We become the power that we speak of. It's a becoming. That is the mystical journey of the initiate. We become the vibrational frequencies that we speak of, so that sitting in a room, the vibrational frequencies that are emanating from me are already taking care of the negativity, the darkness, the evil can't come anywhere around me, or it will get transmuted, transformed into the light itself that I am. That's how this works. And everybody has that power. And yes, that's what enlightened beings that came before us came here to teach you, just like Jesus came here to teach. He didn't tell you to leave it up to him to save you all like you're helpless, powerless little fucking children. It's not what he or any enlightened being teaches. You have the power within. Activate it. Learn how to heal yourself because this planet desperately needs you. People all over the world need you to become this. And right now, the heart chakra of Maui needs a tremendous amount of love, unconditional love. That's one of the ways of oneness. The way of purity, that's another way of oneness. We need those vibrational frequencies to pour through and pour into the heart chakra of Mother Earth, into Maui and all the people on Maui. You can't pour energetic frequencies into a place when you yourself are not that frequency. You have to become it yourself. Those are the teachings of oneness consciousness. You want things to shift, you have to be willing to become. And if you want to learn how to become once and for all, for real, go to mastersofselfuniversity.com. Get a free consultation so that we can guide you and tell you what we think is best for you as far as what programs to take, what coaching to take from us, what classes to join. We'll guide you through that. We'll help you, best fit for you. All right. But go to mastersofselfuniversity.com. Take advantage of the things that we have to offer. This is our purpose on this planet as a corporation, as an organization, as mystical initiates and mystics. This is what I am here to do. This is what we at Masters of Self University in Oneness Consciousness are here to offer to everybody. Guide you to how to become these ways, how to activate and access the power within so you can heal anything and everything that plagues you, that causes suffering for yourself and other people. That's the whole point of being here, is to eliminate that, become the enlightened beings of oneness consciousness, of the universal ways of oneness, and to heal this planet and all the beings that live on it. We're in this together, but that means that you have to be willing to unite and actually learn how to do it, and not just say you're doing it because you do some spiritual shit and work with crystals. It isn't good enough. It isn't good enough. Creating the new earth, it isn't a fucking passive process. Stop being lazy. Stop being weak. Stop spiritually bypassing and become what this planet and all beings on this planet need you to actually become by stepping into this level of power, these enlightened frequencies, so they emanate from you. It's a becoming. Let's become together. And we at Masters of Self University, we're here to help you do that. If you want that kind of help and guidance, that's what we do. Make sure you hit like, make sure you subscribe, share this with everyone you know, and become the power that you are inside of yourself. You are divine, you are mystical, you are amazing, you are magical, but that doesn't mean you don't have to heal your shadow side. That holds all of us back because we are one. Step into your power, reach out, let us guide you if you want the guidance by visiting mastersofselfuniversity.com. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye for now, everybody. Send all your love to Maui, please.